Good morning. How the devil are you? How's your weekend been so far? Mine's been very hectic at the bar. Well, you know what time of day it is. It's Sunday. It's 9:30 a.m. It means it's time for the famous Foxes Aftermath show, run by the fans, for the fans. Your opinion matters. You know what? Get them comments saying, come on, let's get going.
Welcome to Leicester Fan TV. Are you ready for the show? Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. We want your views, we want your comments, so join us live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Morning, everyone. How the devil are you? Let's get a few early hellos. Maz, morning. Gray, morning. Craig, morning. I hope you're all well. There's loads of people joining us. Carmen, I hope you're well or good. Gareth, morning, pal. The new shirt looks better in person. Well, we've got a bit of a surprise for you. Yes, the new shirt might look better in person. We're going to bring our Reedy on. That's actually wearing it. Reedy, what does it feel like? What does it actually look like? And tell us about it. Go on.
So it's different texture, obviously, as the material, how it's made. I don't know what it is. Obviously, I think it's got that. What's the name for it? I think it's the Aero Ready one at the top.
Oh, right, yeah.
So it's a bit more sweat-based material, I think, I guess, for it to be a bit less sweaty on it. It feels all right. Obviously, the badges.
And it's got the running fox on the back, hasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, that's a bit of old school. That's about the only bit of the shirt I like, the old running fox, because when we used to have that years ago, I can't remember the exact year it was, I used to love having the running fox on the badge, because that gold badge, I don't like the gold badge on there. I wish it was white. What do you think, Reedy? Is it up to you?
Because of how plain the T-shirt is and how plain the shirt is in general, I do kind of like how it's goldish, but I get you mean it's not actually gold, is it? It's not like the black shirt we had a few years back where it was just full on black and gold.
Yeah, that's different. The away shirt, I'm not too fussed about the away shirt. Whatever, you can put whatever you want on it on the away shirt. But the home shirt should be blue with white badge. I mean, like this one, I've got the pink on here, so I'm not bothered about that. But the home one, to me, should be the white badge. What do people think about the shirt? Are they happy with it? The ones that have got it, are they happy with it? Really, what about the collar? Can you do an Eric Cantona with a collar? Is it able to stand up, or does it just flop?
No.
It just flops.
It's a very flexible and flappy material, so you just sits
like
there
a bit of felt just sitting there.
Yeah, just
the old. That's it. The old book shirt. That's it, Chris. I couldn't remember which one it was. Patrick, is that a knockoff from Adidas website? I don't think it's a knockoff from Adidas website. I think it's the original one from there. Mark, man, this morning, Mark. How are you? Brendan Rogers, 30. So you didn't jump on the bandwagon, Mark, and get yourself one. I bet you did, Mark. I bet you did.
While it lasts.
Yeah. Well, everyone likes a bit of a Billy bonus and a discount. I like it old school. I don't like the look of it, Mark. Mark, but I'm waiting until I get one. And then I see. I'm going to see one in person. Someone's bound to come on holiday with it. Or someone's going to send me one, please. I would love to have a one sent to me. Talking, it's not an Eric Cantona collar. It's made of cheap and sold high price. It's made cheap and sold. Yeah, well, that's all Adidas, isn't it? Too right, Mark. Yeah, I know Mark would have one. I knew he would do. Showing off the new shirt, are you? Bet Boss Man got it for you. Seeing he had a box full. Oh yeah. So you didn't get that one yourself then, did you? Have you nicked that out of Phil's box? Does he know that you've got that one, or have you nicked it?
It might have been gifted to me.
Oh, right. LCFC Grazy in Skeggy. What's the weather like there? Have you ever been Skeggy, Reader?
I have loads.
Have you? I've only ever been once. Only weather wet once. Yes, the running fox is good. Yes, I do like the running fox. Just as we're talking about shirts, before we get going, I've just got a bit of another thank you. Last week it was the mug. This week it's another shirt, but it's not a Leicester shirt, lads and lasses. And it's not a Holland shirt. It's the new England shirt. Read it. Holland, England away kit. What do you think, pal?
I really like that. Don't get me wrong. Yes, the colour is a bit of an odd one for
I must thank my Sunderland. Is Leicester Lee from Sunderland. He lives up in Sunderland, but he's always supported Leicester. Cheers for that, pal. Lee Geeson, thank you for that. Much appreciated. But yeah, I'm going to wear it because it's an England shirt. I don't really wear England shirts rarely, but I will wear that. But cheers for getting that to me. Tom, morning, Tom. We have to wait, Jamie, because we have yes, a bit fattest, aren't they, Tom? We're a bit fattest because we've got big shoulders. Adidas are a bit fattest. I'm going to start a campaign, Tom. Are you in? Are you in, Tom? Thumbs up if you're in. What can we call it? Shirts for fatties. That's what we should call it. Shirt for fatties. We want shirts. What do we want them? We want them now. That's what we want. Yeah, that'd be good. That would. Nice shirt. Yes, nice shirts. Good vibes. Which one do you think? Which one nice? The home one or the England shirt? Because I'm not too sure about the England shirt. But anyway, let's not talk about shirts anymore. We've done that. Reedy's come on with about the shirt because he wanted to show it off because he didn't like it. Now he's got it and he loves it now. He's actually touching it and feeling it.
I wouldn't say love it, but
he's touching it, feeling it, caressing it. He's loving it. I think he even went bedding it last night. There's a few creases on it there. Right, Reedy, it's transfer window time. It's day 23 and you've guessed it. Still no signings. Nada, nilch, zero, jack shit. What's happening, pal? What is happening?
You're not even counting Dewsbury Hall in that.
That's not a new signing. He's already at the club. Dewsbury Hall, fantastic signing. Yes, he made a new 5-year deal, but he's already at the club. That's the thing. We need people in. But so what? Owen Palmer Atkinson was saying in a report, in an article he did, there'll be 28 players. We've got to get rid of 7 because we only, if we want to get 3 or 4 in, we need to get rid of at least 7 to get 3 or 4 in. What's going to happen, pal? What's going to happen?
Well, you've got to think of the few players that have been mentioned out recently. And someone like Chowdhury, he's got to be really getting either a loan out or even getting sold. You've got Perez. He's apparently Spain are looking in. Some clubs in Spain are looking for him.
Real Betis, I think it was.
Yeah. And like I say, there's just a few. Don't get me wrong, I still want to keep them, but like you say, if we can't play more than 25 in a squad, so what's the point in keeping 27? You've got to start getting rid of on people on loan or get them gone for cheaper than what you're asking for. Because who's going to pay £60,000 a week for Chowdhury to go on loan? They're not.
Yeah. Ian, just going back to the shirt, Ian says the collar says Larry made to me. Yes, it does. It's about the late 70s, early 80s when I first started to go before Reedy was even thought about. Lee Shaw has gone for we'll be too late again, no time together to gel in pre-season. That's what I'm worried about. We won't have time for people to gel, will we? That's the thing, Reedy. They've already started.
No, we're not.
Everyone says, wait till we get back. Wait till the players get back, and then you'll see people. Nothing's happened. It's been sorry, pardon me. Excuse me. Nothing's happened at all, has it? The players are there. Well, half of the players are there. The international ones are not coming back. What's going to happen? Oh, we're going to leave it too late and make. I know we've made some decent last-minute signings, like Casey Keller, Spencer Pryor, even to an extent, Adrian Silva. I know he was 14 seconds late, but we've made some decent deadline deal signings. But you can't expect them just to come in. Are we going for first-team players or are we going for squad players? Do you think, Reedy?
I think the team we've got now, without selling anyone, is good enough to get where we want to be in probably top 7, top 6 for me. We've got a good bench without injuries and all that. So for me now, it's just about bolstering. Yes, maybe the first 11 a bit, because like you say, who's going to be taking that Lookman space now? Because Lookman started probably half the games. We're not going to get him now because apparently his contract thing's gone for the buy up. So who's going to take that? We've got to bring a new player in, even if it's one marquee player that we know will get us another 10, 15 goals a season. That alone, for me, will help us go push forward.
See, Ross says not many signings is a blessing. To be honest, we don't make. When we don't make many signings, we have a decent season. If we don't make any signings, do you think we've still got the squad to compete for that top 4? Because honestly, I think top 6 is out of the question, let alone top 4, pal, this year.
I know why you're saying that, because a lot of teams have made signings, like Spurs have made new signings. They're going to push higher up now. You've got Arsenal making a striker signing. They're going to push higher up. Really, it's going to be a lot tougher to push for them spaces when everyone else is doing stuff. But again, realistically, without injuries, I think we have got the squad. But again, no team's not going to have any injuries, is they? So realistically, we are probably going to be a bit short on the team again.
Yeah, Andrew Turlington, the club should sell Tielemans' transfer of the. I say that again. The club should set a Tielemans' transfer deadline of 15th of July. After that, he stays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure, really.
I've already said that.
Is Tielemans wanting to stay, or is he wanting to? Did he look like he wanted to stay last year? I'm not sure.
No, I'd rather not see him in a shirt at all now. He's made his bed now. He didn't play that well last year, so now what's the point? Don't get me wrong. If he stays and signs a new contract for a year and he does play well, fair play to him. But I don't think he will.
Jono,
I think he'll be that player.
Jono, what are you doing watching from Italy on your honeymoon, pal? Stop watching us. Do honeymoon things. Stop watching us, pal. Yeah, I agree with you there. Really, he didn't look like he wanted to play last year, did he? At all. No. Who's put squad depth has been a problem for some time with injuries. Signings are crucial and for a strong finish. Yeah, I agree with that. I think we make signings and we sort of lack towards the end of the season. The last 2 or 3 years, we have lacked towards the end of the years, end of the games, haven't we? We've struggled. I know we're going to play at least 12 games less this year, aren't we, with no Europe? Do you think Europe will be a blessing in disguise?
Yes, by a mile. I think without that and only doing 1 game a week, maybe 2, with the cups coming into it, realistically, I think even if we get an injury, within 1 or 2 weeks, they're back. So that's only 1 missing game, to be honest. So for me, it's massive for us. I think that's one reason why I think we can push forward.
It's like Ian Miles is agreeing with Tielemans is massively overplayed last season. No wonder he struggled at times. Do you think because he was overplayed, that's why his form dropped off? Because he wasn't, as the song says, he's a star man. That wasn't the case last year, was it? That's for certain.
Thinking over it, I think the main reason he was overplayed was because Ndidi got injured. I think for me, that was the reason. Yes, Mendy came in for a few games, but because Ndidi was taken out of that squad because of injury, I think Youri Tielemans and KDH were playing more of a defensive role, and they're both not capable of that. They're more attacking-minded players. So, again, that's maybe one side of why they're not playing well. But again, there's just times like say the Forest game. That alone, who would you rather put in, KDH or Tielemans? Yes, Tielemans on his day is brilliant, but you need someone who's passionate and knows what that game's about, and you put the wrong player out there.
So that's what got me. You mentioned the Forest game. That's the problem, because Rodgers came out, we need a bit of a refresh, rebuild, whatever he said, in the summer, and nothing is happening. That's the problem, I find. Why come out and throw the players under the bus and then do nothing about it at all? Because there's only one real signing at the minute, and I can't pronounce him. Go on then.
Charles de Ketelaere.
They're still talking about him, aren't they? But now they're saying Leeds are in pole position. AC Milan have gone out the window. Now they're saying Leeds are in pole position. You were saying about attacking players, and this man is the man that everyone seems to want to buy, or everyone seems to want. He's like the new KDH. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, it's a difficult one because again, he's like a centre forward. So he's like he's not a Maddison role, but he's more a Perez role when he's in his right spot. And for me, I don't think we need that sort of role. We need that winger, and we've got 3 strikers already. We've got 2 midfielders already in KDH and Maddison. I don't think we need that sort of player for 40 million. I think it's just a waste. I'd rather be going for someone more. I don't know. I'd say it's hard because there's so many players that we just know we won't get, like a Rafinha. We just know we're not going to get him. But that sort of level winger we need to start buying, because Mahrez was the last one we had from that level.
Well, yeah. Ian Gillespie's gone on about Soumer. He'd like to stay and play more often. I think there's a proper player that, yes, in the pre-seasons last year, I thought he looked quite good, but then I don't know. He hasn't seemed to have his chance, has he, this year? Whether it's injury, I know he had a bit of a problem halfway through the season. I think he had to go back home and that for a bit. But do you think there's a decent player there, or do you think it's one of the players that are looking to go?
if we don't make the signing in the midfield to replace Tillmans, if he does go, I think he'll be the perfect. Well, I won't say perfect because I think there's a load of players that could replace Euro Tillmans. But if he does go or whatnot, I think Sumari would be the one to step in that sort of role.
Neil Birchnough has asked the question: will Rodgers stay if the club don't get the players he wants? What do you think to that? Is that
I honestly don't think it's down to the club not wanting the players that he wants, because I think the only problem is with players coming in is we normally hear it with someone from like Fabrizio Romano and people like that, and we know what's happening. But again, we don't really hear of much signing stuff coming in before we do make signings. So for me, I still think we'll get 2 or 3 people in, but it's just about getting the people out first. And that's
just like Mike Harrison says. I still don't know what DP has done wrong. What has Dennis Pratt done wrong? I thought he was a quality player. He got injured, didn't he, against Stoke in the FA Cup run, didn't it? Not Stoke, in one of the FA Cup games. I can't remember which one it was. And then he was out of the team, and then he couldn't get back in. And I think he's a quality player. Would he be the replacement for Youri Tielemans?
Maybe so. They're both Belgium, aren't they? So.
Well, just because the Belgium doesn't mean he's an instant replacement, but I know what you mean.
Like they're paid together. They know what they're doing in the team. So you never know. He could be that replacement if we do get rid of Tielemans. When
we eventually make a signing, our fans will moan anyway. Rodgers can't win. Yes, I think you're right there. Very fickle. As long as it's decent signing, as long as it's signing for the first team and not one of these under 23 signings, which we seem to make quite a lot of. Oh, he's one for the future and he's going into the under 23s. Agree. Josh Preston says, agree on Pratt. I really don't understand why we are looking to move him on. No, I don't at all. There has to be, where's that one? Ian Miles has said there has to be, it's gone again. Sorry. There has to be something that we're not aware of. I don't know. There's got to be something, because you don't just lose a quality player like that, because he was good, wasn't he?
The one thing I can remember, I think it was the pass he did against Brentford. I think it was that one.
Oh, yeah.
Where he just actually skimmed the whole pitch and went straight into I think JJ.
Did it the angle, didn't it? From the near enough from the corner flag to the corner flag, across the pitch, across field ball, yeah. And then Nacho scored the goal, didn't he?
Yeah, that was one thing I can remember from it.
Is James Justin back in training? No, I think he was with the England squad, so he gets a bit of extra time off, doesn't he, Reedy?
I would have said so, yeah.
Patrick Cook has said, no head of recruitment, the issue. Guy from Southampton cannot join us until the transfer window closes. But what about John Rudkin? What about John Rudkin?
Are we getting the Southampton guy? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, we're getting a bloke from Southampton that no one's ever heard of. I've never heard of any of the head of recruitment team that we've
Then again, Southampton have brought a lot of people through that's gone to like Liverpool and stuff like that. So you never know. The new man could come.
Yeah, Southampton do sell a lot of their players, don't they? The good players to Liverpool and the deadwood to us. Mm. We're even looking at one of their on loan players, aren't we? That Bojan, is it Bojan? Is it that plays for Bojan? Or I can't remember his name.
I think it's I forgot his name now. He's a striker, yeah, Bojan, I think. I think he's a Chelsea. I think he's a Chelsea player from Finger.
Jamie P, did Bossman not get you a shirt? Oh yes, but it takes a while to get here. So
someone is gifting you one, is there?
Somebody is gifting me one, but I always the Southampton guy's on garden leave. I'd love to go on garden leave. To be honest, that'd be great. Imran has said his pronunciation, Bojar or whatever it is. Harry Winks again. That's been on the pipeline for a while, though, Michael. That has.
It's just another signing.
It's part of the deal to bring Tielemans. That's what they're saying. It's part of the deal to bring Tielemans, but it's Harry Winks the man. I don't know. I'm not sure. And also ran from Spurs. I'm not sure. He's a decent player. He's an England international. He's been at Spurs a long time. I
don't think he's just not made it at Spurs for me.
Harry Winks does not excite me at all. No, it's not the excitement signing. That Charles de Ketelaere, or however you pronounce it, yes, that would excite me because he's young, 40 million. He's an attacking midfield, a winger, striker. He can play in any of them 3 positions, can't he? So he could fill in at any of them positions. That would excite me. But Harry Winks, no. Ross has put the Harry Winks one is a report from the Sun. So no, it can't be true because it's never true if it's in the Sun, is it? Will it be LCFC Gray has gone for? Will it be a case of signings will happen when we least expect it? Well, look at the Perez one a couple of years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, wasn't it? All of a sudden, it was Perez signs for Leicester for 30 million. No one had even. There was nothing about it, was there? Absolutely nothing said about the press. So it might just happen tomorrow, day 24 of the transfer, which sounds like a Big Brother house. Day 24 in the transfer window house. Nothing has happened. It might just happen that something will happen. Andrew Turlington. Now this would excite me. Sign Ericsson. That would excite me.
That would be near enough the perfect replacement for me for Joe Tillmans if he does go.
Yeah. And he gives everything that Tillmans has got, doesn't he? And
Probably
also
even better
Ericsson,
with passing wise.
Yeah, Ericsson. I think after his very nasty injury scare, well, his heart problem, he's got something a bit more to prove now, hasn't he? I think.
Yeah.
He's got to get his career back on track because people are thinking, "Oh God, it ain't going to happen." I mean, he's come back from it, hasn't he? So yeah, Ericsson would excite me. Nick Moore has said, "We won't sign anyone. We can be linked with every player you can think of, but until we shift players, yeah, I've said that because there's rumours going about that we're skint. We've got no money. How can we be skint? How can we?
I don't believe we're skint, but I think the main thing is we need to start getting rid of players because there's no point buying if we've got 27 in the squad already.
Yeah. 28 actually.
28.
Rob McFarland, near enough the last question. Rob, everyone out there, Rob McFarland has put, what are our expectations for this season? Top 10, 10th, 15th, or what? So what do you think? Because like I said earlier, everyone in the comments put what you think, position-wise, what you want. What are your expectations this year? And then we'll come back to this video in a year's time and see what happened. I think, like I said earlier, we'll be struggling for top 6, let alone top 4. So we'll have to wait and see. I think we're going to be 8th, 9th, 10th around the mid-table. I really do. What do you think, pal?
I could see that, but the way we did it not last year, 2 years before that, we got 5th when we could have easily got 4th with one more win and whatnot. I think we're about the same position there. Yes, other teams are still getting better players in and whatnot, but as long as we play to that high standard that we've seen before, I think for me, we could easily get top 7.
So that's the annoying thing. We've got to sell before we buy. Other teams are not selling, they're buying first and getting squad members in. West Ham have done it. Everton are doing it. Spurs have done it big time. They're buying first and then getting rid of players, which is the way I think we need to do it. Not just wait and see. Let's get rid first. Chris Ward has gone for 7th. Gray Richards has gone for 8th. Michael James has gone for 6th. I don't know. Tom's gone for 7th. Michael James has gone for European. And just to think, just look at Perez, like a Vestergaard signing, at least said 45 million chucked down the drain. I'm not sure that Perez was chucked down the drain 30 million. I think he hasn't had the best of times.
He's been a squad depth player.
Yeah. I don't think he's had the best of times. Craig Watts has gone for 8th. I think, but the way people are wanting us, Mac has gone for 6th. If we're lucky, you're open, ain't you? Wages for the second string players are bleeding us. You're probably right there. You mentioned about Chowdhury being on 60, 70 grand a week, something.
Mm-hmm.
See,
no clubs wanting to buy. No clubs willing to pay 80% of that at all.
Ericsson is going to Man United. He's been offered 150,000. 150,000 a week. But will he get in there week in, week out? He wants to be playing World Cup football, doesn't he? He wants to go. Oh no, Denmark didn't make it, did they? Or did they make it?
I don't know.
I can't remember. Did Denmark make it? But there's a lot of Andy Moss has gone for 6, no better than 10th. Yeah. So really, what did you say? Did you say?
I said top 8, top 7. But then again, I'm going to ask you a question then, because you're not the biggest fan of Rodgers at times. What the 2 years where we finished 5th, could have finished easily 4th. Were you backing him then? Because for me, they're probably the best 2 seasons we've been playing football wise. We beat all the likes of Man City. We beat the likes of, I can't remember the other teams. But again, we had some brilliant performances in that season. We
did. We had some great performances. And when he first came, we were playing free flowing. God, there's too many F's in that. Free flowing football, and we were scoring goals. We were attacking. We beat Newcastle 5-0. We beat Southampton 9-0. We were attacking. We were scoring goals. We were defending. We looked good. We didn't have a problem. And then all of a sudden, halfway through the fifth season, we started to sit back a bit. And then since then, we haven't been able to get them. We don't play that attacking football no more. We don't play that. There's too much side to side, back to back football now.
Don't you think? I think because you mentioned the second half of that second fifth season, didn't we really capitulate because of injuries in that season? I think ever since then, from that moment on, we've not been anywhere near as good with saying injury wise. I think that alone has killed us completely. Last season, Fafana being injured half the season. The year before that second half of the season, we lost half the players. We had to play half-string teams against a lot of big teams.
But we've had injuries since before then as well. The season before, we had injuries before then. We've still got the same squad. We've still got there's not much difference in squads, is there? There's not an awful lot of difference.
And that's where I think we still have the chance of getting somewhere top 6, top 7 area. Because without injuries, I think we could do it. But that's where we need to bring in the 1 or 2 players in that will cover the spots where if we lose someone like a Maddison, that Ketelaere will be perfect to stop that.
Chris Townsend has gone, having the defence we had at the end of the season, we could have reached Europa easily. It's if we'd sustained it, injury record, at least 40% of errors, set pieces errors. But it didn't stop though, did it? Even when everyone kept saying, "Oh, wait till Johnny Evans comes back, Reedy's best mate. Wait till Johnny Evans comes back. It'll be fine." But it didn't actually happen, did it? The errors were still being made, and that's my problem. Rodgers is the 4th or 5th highest paid manager. I'm not 100% sure where he is now on that scale. But surely, if he's that top of coach, surely he can fix that problem. But it just carried on and carried on. When you get a corner, you go and head the ball. You head it. If you're a defender, you head the ball. You go. Could you see Walshy or Elliott or Taggart not heading a ball in a corner? No,
probably not.
No, they would head it. They would take the ball and then the man. At the minute, there's zonal defending. That's what gets me. Zonal marking. Why are we playing zonal marking? I know we changed it and it improved a little bit, but then the mistakes started to happen. And there was excuses. Oh, we didn't have enough big men to mark the players.
That was the one thing I was just a bit like against Rome in the second leg. I was just like, are you joking me? You put Pereira on Abraham. You put anyone else but him on there. I even said you play Vestergaard in that game just for that one reason alone. You don't let Abraham have a free header. But I was going to say that, don't you think, where do you think we would have finished last season then if we didn't have the 21 goals conceded from set pieces? Arsenal, I think, only had like 2 or 3 in the end. If we had that many, do you really think we...
So if there was only 10 conceded from corners, which I think is about average for most teams.
And we finished 8th last season. I think we could have easily have got...
I still think...
We would have got Europe easily.
If we got them problems sorted, I know the big loss was Fafana against Villarreal. Yeah, that was a huge loss, and that has shown, yes, I understand that Fafana was a big loss. But 2 years ago, Soyuncu was being valued about 60, 70 million. Man City, Barcelona, they all wanted him. And then all of a sudden, he's dropped off. Form goes in and out. So we thought we had a perfect replacement for him. But it didn't work, did it? But I don't know. I really don't know. I think we'd have got Europe quite easily if we hadn't conceded them 10 goals.
And that's again where, like, for me, next season, Europe still possible, because as long as we stop them problems, we could easily hit it. We're a team that now we can push it.
The biggest one wasn't even set plays. It was the Spurs game at home. Yeah. 2-1 up with 15 seconds to go, and we lose 3-2.
I was walking down the stairs when we were winning 2-1. The time I got to the turnstile area.
You were leaving early?
No. I'll give you the story now. So I sit right at the top near you, where you normally sit. And because of how stuck you get at the top, we always walk within 1 or 2 minutes before the whistle blows. So we
very
get
slowly down the stairs,
ready to get out the moment the whistle blows. By the time I got from the top of that stairs to the bottom of the stairs, it was 3-2. And I was just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm going. I can't be arsed.
My old saying is, if you can't win, do not lose. When we conceded that second one and to make it 2-2, what was Tielemans doing? Trying to put an inch perfect through ball on the halfway line.
His head was gone because, like you say, any other player would have gone backwards and somebody would have hoofed the ball up and that's it. But he tried to go and force the ball through and it ended the whole game.
Yeah, Rob McFarlane, it's the way Rodgers still didn't identify the problem at set pieces as well. He said we haven't got a problem.
He did to begin with, and then obviously he realised it was getting a bit of an issue because we just at one point every game we could be like, oh, here's a corner, it's going in, and it did because we knew what was going to happen. But for me, the last 10 games, I think it did improve a bit, but again, it's still not the case. We've still got to make sure it's all sorted for next season.
Like Ian the Super Fox says, it's all ifs and nots and buts. Yeah, it is, and maybes. It is. We just don't know. Yeah, LCFC Gray has said the Spurs was absolute debacle. Yes, it was. Right then, Reedy, cheers for joining me this morning. Been much appreciated.
We've got to remember one last thing as well.
Oh, go on then. Oh, God.
The kit giveaway.
Oh, yes.
I don't have the graphic because I was going to update it on the stream, but I can't get it right now. But we are giving away a free Leicester City shirt over on the website, leicesterfantv.com.
Oh, the graphic has gone, hasn't it? Someone's taken it off.
Yes. I need to upgrade it. I couldn't get it off my phone in time.
All you have to do, is it still, all you got to do is subscribe on YouTube still?
Yes.
Is that the one? Yes. Yeah. All you've got to do is subscribe. Oh, we made 10,000, didn't we, Reedy? We made 10,000 on YouTube. Thank you for joining. All them new supporters, all them 10,000 will be in with a chance of winning the shirt. So, God knows, I mean, Sam's going to be there for ages while he's writing all them names down, putting them in a hat. And 10,000 names to put in a hat and try and pick out. Blimey.
I know.
That's going to be
that'll probably be my job.
That'll be your job. So you better get going now and starting it. But yeah, if you haven't entered, subscribe to Leicester Fan TV's YouTube to win. Reedy, hold on. Reedy, give us a twirl on full screen. Reedy, give us a twirl and show us. There, you're not very good catwalk here. Are you sitting down or standing up?
I'm standing up.
Oh, right. I thought you were sitting down then for a minute.
Oh, no.
They are. That's what you can win. Not that shirt, but you can win the new Leicester City shirt.
It might be delayed if you want an extra large, though.
Yes. Shirts for fatties. That's what we've got to do. Tom, you're joining me. Shirt for fatties. All right, then, Reedy, I shall speak to you later, pal. Be good. Oh, you're doing the show tomorrow night, aren't you?
Yes. Stay tuned because Phil is away, so I'll be covering his show for the next few weeks. If anybody wants to join, I'll put the link out there. But yeah, just talk about everything Leicester again. Unless there might be a new signing tomorrow. You never know. You never know. And Reedy will be going, yeah. There we go. Hashtag. Well, it should be hashtag shirts for fatties, shouldn't it? That's what it should be, Tom. Hashtag shirt for fatties. All right, then, Reedy, I shall speak to you later, pal. See you in a bit. See you tomorrow night, matey. There you go, lads and lasses. Thank you for joining me. Much appreciated. Unfortunately, I've got to go work because we've got a hell of a busy day. Thank you for everyone. If you've been to the bar this year, it's been much appreciated. We'll see you soon. So it's nearly time for me to go. It really is. But like I say, more than welcome to come and join me any day of the week at the bar, even on my live streams every Sunday morning, 9:30. You know how it works. So it's ciao, adios, goodbye. Top of the morning to you. Come on, you foxes.
Thanks for watching Leicester Fan TV. Thanks to our sponsors, ADT Taxis, Everards, Pukka Pies, Pink Car Leasing, Leicester Riders, Hollogram, The Fox's Arms, Peter's Pizzeria, Hope Against Cancer, and Newby Co estate agents. Make sure to follow us on all of our social channels at Leicester Fan TV. Visit our website, leicesterfantv.com.